have no idea what happened with my videos, why they are sideways. I tried to figure it out and I cannot figure it out. So unfortunately this video is going to have a couple of segments where it is sideways. I do apologize. I will work on correcting that on my next Monday's podcast. Love you guys. Take care. It's Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm Lady T, and this is Life with Lady T. We're going to talk. Be right back. Start off. Good morning. I'm glad you made it this day God has given us. Thank Him. It's a beautiful morning. It's cool outside. I think the low last night was 50, 53, something like that. I'm not really sure, but it was cool out last night. And this morning it's cool as well. But it's going to probably get up to about 87 degrees today. So the days are very warm here in Florida, but the nights are cool. It's like a perfect combination because, you know, sweater weather, your leather jacket weather. You can even wear your boots now. It's kind of fabulous. So I hope you enjoy your day and make the best of it. So let's get started with Lady T and Life with Lady T podcast today. So we've talked about that weather. Now let's talk about what happened this weekend. Halloween. I don't know if you guys dressed up. I dressed up 2 times. So the first time I dressed up as Wednesday. I don't know if you saw any of the pictures on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, one of those reels on Facebook. I'm kind of all over the place with my posting. So if you see me, I was Wednesday. I had fun with it. It wasn't like my best costume that I really enjoyed wearing, but it was cute. People got it, and so that was a good thing. Thursday before Halloween, I actually went over to one of my friend's sister's house. It was like about 5 of us, 5 ladies, all ladies, and I say that because the outfit I wore was a little risque. So I went to the thrift store that day actually, and I found a black leather, actually it was a lambskin coat. It's actually beautiful. It's perfect for the fall, but I decided to create an outfit around that black lambskin jacket. It's beautiful. So I'll show some pictures at the end so you'll kind of get an idea of who or what I dressed up as. So you'll see those pictures in the end. Just a little snippet because can't show the whole outfit. Because anyway. So I hope you guys had a wonderful Halloween weekend. It was fabulous. Now, I want to tell you another little story. I don't know if I mentioned this. I don't think so. But I had picked up some food items for a dear friend. You know, times are hard with the SNAP situation and other things like that. So I picked up a few things. And I just mentioned, I don't know if you remember, last Monday I was saying, you know, keep a bag of groceries in your car or some perishable items, something in your car that if you do see a situation that occurs, then you'll have that available and you can, give. So anyway, this friend, this is something I would normally do for friends. So I got them a few items and I had them in my trunk. Then I went to a Walmart and I was actually shopping for myself as well. And there was a gentleman in Walmart, and he was on the phone talking to someone about soda. And the person apparently asked them to buy, instead of 1 soda, they asked them to buy 2 sodas. And the gentleman said, "Oh, I can't do that. I'm trying to get a meal together." And, I just kind of walked on to the next aisle and continued my shopping. So when I got outside, rolled up to my car, the gentleman that I saw inside talking to whomever, was actually putting his items in his car. And I, just being me, Lady T, I walked over to him and asked, "Did I overhear your conversation that you were trying to get a meal together?" And he said, "Yes, ma'am." "Yes, ma'am. That's good manners. That's a good upbringing." That's another subject we'll be talking about too. But right now we're going to stick on this gentleman in the parking lot. So he said yes, and then I said, "Well, I've got some sausages over in my car if you like them." He said, "Oh, well, we don't eat pork." And I said, "Well, you know what? Wait a minute. Let me go and check." And I looked in the trunk, and I had chicken and turkey meat. So I asked him if he wanted that. He said, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. And he was on his way. I felt good. He was satisfied. It was a wonderful interaction. So if you can do it, put a couple of perishable items in your trunk. I just happened to have meat because I was taking things over to my friend. But keep a couple of things in your trunk. You never know who you're going to meet. Even a homeless person on the street. If you're going to give them some type of perishable item or something that's in a can, though, I don't know how they would heat it up, but I know that there are people who live in woods and they make fires and different things, and they are survivors. I'll tell you that. The homeless people are survivors. So if you do give something to a homeless person, please don't give them anything. They need to use a can opener to open. They have all kinds of canned products now that you can just flip the lid and it's open. So try to keep that in mind as well. So the food giveaway. Now on, and this is nothing but God. I mean, this is nothing but God. I have to mention that because I'm a believer. And I told you that in the beginning of this podcast, I am a believer. And the next thing that just cemented my belief in him is not even cemented. I've already been cemented, but this was just more stuff added on that just say, yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm alive. Yes, I live, basically. So Sunday, so anyway, let's go back a minute. Saturday, my husband's birthday was Saturday. So yes, we partied a little bit here in the house. It was a small group, about six of us. It was a fabulous time. Closest girlfriends. One of my girlfriends brought her man over, so it was like kind of like a nice little vibe. My husband enjoyed himself immensely. Woke up the next morning with a hangover, and he don't drink, nor do I. So anyway, so that was a fun hangover. It was just tiring. We were exhausted at the end, but it wasn't tiring. It was just fun. So get all that energy. So we danced. We did boots on the ground. Or we tried to do boots on the ground. So it was a good time. So anyway, getting back to Sunday. So Sunday morning, sitting out on the balcony, just drinking my coffee, and all of a sudden, someone texted me and said, well, I wasn't thinking about going to church that morning. Let me just preempt this conversation. I wasn't thinking about going to church this Sunday morning. I was actually going to probably watch it on YouTube because our church streams live on YouTube. So that's Journey Christian Church, just to let you know, here in Orlando, actually in Apopka, Florida. So anyway, Pastor Dustin. So anyway, I was sitting there. So as I was saying, I wasn't thinking about going to church tomorrow. And so I was going to watch it on YouTube. So I was sitting out there drinking my coffee, and there came a text through. And the text said, what time are you going to church? And this was from somebody I did not expect to get a text from at all. At all. I mean, you have to think of it. My brain is not comprehending this particular person asking me, am I going to church today? I love them. They're good people. I love her to death. We get along great and everything, but we don't pretty much text to each other unless we're going to go hang out or something like that. Beautiful person, but I did not expect a text from this person saying, what time are you going to church? So of course I text back, well, I generally go at 8:30. Wasn't planning on going that day, but if they were going with me, we were going at 8:30 and going to that service. I wasn't going to miss that opportunity to worship with a friend. So I texted back and said that, and they texted me back and said, oh, their friend just invited them to their church, but we're going to go on another day. And I said, we definitely going to go on another day. I was so filled with good stuff, and it was a great feeling. So that was just one part of it. So that wasn't like a wow moment that said, oh, God is here in this room or on this balcony. The second thing was someone called me, not even that long afterwards. They were upset, and life happens. I've been through it. I'm sure I'm going to go through some more stuff. I mean, because we live life, and just things happen in life. You're not expecting it, just various things happen in your life that you almost don't have any control of. Some of it you do, of course, but some of it you just don't. Anyway, that person was talking to me, and I said, you know what? Why don't you come and go to church with me? You might get a word. Might be a message there for you. You don't have to dress up. My church is very casual. They said, okay. Okay, what? I got my second opportunity to go to church with one of my friends. This was fabulous. We went to church, and the service was on, what was it on? Move on Faith. Move on Faith. And that message resonated with them. They kind of felt it. I felt it even myself, move with faith, because I've got so many things going on in my mind that I want to do, but I can't do it all. And I'm trying to narrow it down and see exactly what is the thing that I'm going to be fulfilled with, that I'm going to be get some gratification from, and that I'm going to be giving to people in some way, some fashion, some form. So that's what's going on with me. And so Sunday was amazing. It was just an amazing day. Went to church, enjoyed it, and just kind of came back home, and just the day just was even more beautiful. Sat out by the pool. It was just a great day. So if you're a believer, just keep believing. Just keep the faith. If you're not a believer, time for a commercial break. Yeah, commercial break. Anyway, also my next section of this video is sideways. My bad. But just listen to it. It still has a message. Love you guys. Bye. Products that are this good. Yes. Make sure you get your sheens, gels, ointments, and your brushes and combs from the agency that does it all. Yes, Lady T products and ointments. Yes, Lady products and sheens. Yes, Lady products and gels and combs. Paid advertisement by the Lady T Life with Lady T podcast. Get them today. $9.99 for the products, all included. Shipping separate. $9.95. Lady T's products. I recommend that you kind of look into different things. If you like, if you're unsure, compare things, compare the religions, the Christianity, all this stuff for yourself. If it's for you, it's for you, and if it's not for you, I'm not mad at you. I still love you, and I still want you to view my podcast. So anyway, move on faith. That's what it's all about. So now, changing subjects. The news. I have actually had to limit myself from the news. So much was happening every single day. There is a change. There's something crazy going on out of this administration. There's either, they're blowing up boats. They're going into Venezuela trying to bomb their city. They're tearing down the White House. Food stamps aren't coming available. Every day is something. I just had to stop. I said, Tanya, stop. Not stop watching, because I still got to be informed, but stop watching it as much, because you can, it just gets, it's depressing. It's depressing, and it's reality, yes, but there's so much that you want to put in your brain in a day's time. It's something like a distraction from what's going on in this world for real, for real. God is still alive. Life is still good. We still got family. Life is still going on. So what I've decided to do is I like Dave Muir. He's on, I look at him on YouTube. He does maybe a 20-minute snippet of what happened for the day. I'll look at that. And then in the morning time, I'll look at the top stories in my local news. And then I'll look at CNN for the national news, and sometimes I'll throw in another kind of other side view of the news, of the stories, top stories of the day. And then to make it all kind of more lighthearted is I will look at something like what's it? Who is the guy? I can't think of the name, but you know the comedians that kind of tell the news in kind of a funny way. So I listened to some of them. There's a lot of different ones, so I'm not even going to call anybody's name. But Dave Muir, that one I do really enjoy because it's short, sweet, to the point. And but every time he comes on, if you notice, if you decide to look at him, every time he comes on YouTube, he says breaking news, because every day there's breaking news. So it's a little funny. But anyway, that's what's going on with me and the news. So I've already discussed my hubby's birthday. Now, what happened Friday night? Friday night, and this is like my little funny for the day. Friday night, I looked on the internet because I am so desperate to see if I can actually view the space rocket launches from my balcony. Because when I first moved in here, it was probably like maybe 3 days later after I moved in, or somewhere, I don't know, maybe it was longer. Coming to you live from the VA. I'm actually doing another little, just moment of thought coming up. So just, you'll be seeing these little news breaks in my podcast. So just look forward to them. Bye. Have you ever felt alone? This rose is alone, filled with water in a bottle, sort of like a globe, but it's protected. Just remember, when you're alone, you're really not alone. You're protected. You're protected by someone above, whomever you may worship, whomever you may call your God. You are never alone. Enjoy your day, and just remember. Sorry, here we go again. I was on the balcony, and I saw a light going up in the sky. I was like, is it a shooting star? I didn't know really what, because it just took me aback of us. I'm looking at this and seeing this. So I've been determined for the last 2 months since we've been here to see if I can see a rocket launch. So there's been several times that I've either slept through it, I got up too late, whatever. This time I said, okay, Friday, not Friday night. Was it Friday night? Yeah, Friday night, there was going to be a rocket launch. I read it online. I looked at it, and it said 11:44 Friday night. And I got up to, well, actually it was up. So I went out to look at it. Stood out there for a while, and nothing actually happened. So I said, okay. So Saturday, I don't know, I thought about it again. Let me look at it and see if there's a rocket launch. So I looked at the rocket launch. The actual rocket launch was Saturday at 1:09 a.m. Actually, it was Sunday morning at 1:09 a.m. So, of course, I went to sleep. I wasn't going to stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning. So I got up, went outside. It actually said it's supposed to be at 1:03, but it ended up being at 1:09. So anyway, all of a sudden there we saw the rocket go up clear as day. Great, great, great view. Go up and all the way up to the top, to the sky, and until it disappeared. All of a sudden, then we see like this round glow. I don't know if it exploded something. I guess it was releasing the boosters or something, but it was this round glow, like kind of, you had to see, it was like from a scary movie actually, or some kind of like sci-fi movie. And then I stopped video, sat there on a little sofa outside, and all of a sudden here goes something falling from the sky. So I take my phone out and start videoing again, and now this thing is falling. I guess it was the boosters falling out, so it was amazing. So it was a wonderful, wonderful view of the rocket launch. Now I can sit out there anytime the rocket launch and watch it. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, this morning on my podcast, Lady T, Life with Lady T. This has been a wonderful venture for me. I'm excited. I'm enjoying doing the podcast weekly. I like to talk, so it's all down the road for me. So it's great. I'm excited about that. So I just want to thank you again, and just remember, you're not promised every moment, the next moment. So enjoy the one that you're in. Enjoy the moment that you're in, okay? Thank you again. Life with Lady T. I'm Lady T. Thank you again. Goodbye. Happy Monday.